You know that feeling where price has already made like a huge move and then there's nowhere for you to get in, right? So you want to wait for price to come back down to this trend line. So how do we know like when to enter after it has come back down to this trend line? That is when counter trends come into play. So how you draw your counter trend line is, firstly, you have to draw your main trend line first. So right now this is the uptrend, so I've drawn like a little main trend line right here. You can see this was a very beautiful uptrend. So next, you want to draw your counter trend. So counter trend are essentially all the retracements to the trend line. So we know how like price does not go straight up, prices go up and then it will retrace, and then when you retrace, you can retrace to this trend line, go back up again, retrace to this trend line again, go back up, retrace again, back to this trend line, and then before pumping back up like this, right? Basically, your retracements, like all these red candlesticks right here, these are your counter trend. So you draw your counter trend line by connecting all of them. You can see right here, you can draw a counter trend line right here, connect all the lower highs of this like mini downtrend. You can see this mini downtrend is actually a retracement. So what you can do is draw like a little counter trend line right here, connecting all the lower highs, and then I can also see like another counter trend right here, and then another one right here ish, right here. Yeah, so you can see like just in this one main trend, I have found like 3 counter trends. So basically how you trade counter trend is that when price break through your counter trend line like this, enter for a buy. And then when price break through this counter trend line again, enter for a buy. And then once again right here, price breakthrough counter trend, enter for a buy. Really just as simple as that, guys. Counter trends are essentially used to help you guys, like tell you guys that okay, this retracement is done and price is about to go up in that direction. That is what counter trends help you guys do. So yep, in a downtrend, you can once again draw your main trend line. This is your main trend line, and then you can draw your little counter trends right here. So this could be a little counter trend because this was like a retracement back to this trend line, and then another counter trend like somewhere right around here. So you can see like once price break through the counter trend line like this, enter for a sell. Price break through the counter trend again, enter for a sell. So another example, you can see this beautiful uptrend. You can draw like your main trend line first. Always draw your main trend line first because it helps you guys distinguish whether right now it is uptrend or a downtrend, so that you guys can trade with the trend. So this is the uptrend, and then your counter trend will be like those mini downtrends, those retracements, right? So which is one right here. You can see right here. And you can see right here, right like this. So you can see when price break through the counter trend, guess what? Enter for a buy. So if you enter for a buy position somewhere around here, you could have traded all the way up here. You can see you will have a whole lot of profit right here.